I really don't know if I look more like a magician or someone who's going to present the news. This is not why we're here. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Online teaching is not working in this country. I said it. That's a reality. A lot of people think the same. But I decided to make this video in order to gather my ideas and why it's not happening, or why it's not working the way we would like. Okay, so I decided to make this video in order to state my points. But before that, the last news that I had from that, Living Cert students might be able to attend school 3 days a week, which is good. I mean, it's better than nothing, but okay, in those 3 days, does it mean that the virus doesn't spread? I mean, feel the irony, okay? I really don't understand why it's, oh yeah, three days a week and that's enough. No, they need their classes, okay? They need to attend. It's true, it's better than nothing, but I don't get it. Well, does it mean that the virus doesn't spread the rest of the days? It's like in Spain, there's a curfew. Oh yeah, you have to be home at 12. Oh yeah, because everybody knows we're past 12, the virus doesn't spread. I mean, yeah, it's a way of controlling people, and it's worked okay during Christmas, but don't agree with that anyways. So, well, let's talk about the main topic of this video, which is online teaching doesn't work in Ireland. And here's why. I'm going to divide this video into two different categories: the technological side and the social side, okay? I'm gonna start with the technological side, saying that a lot of parents are working from home at the moment. They're using their resources, laptops, tablets, phones, etc. What happens is that if everybody is at home at the same time, not everybody has the financial advantage of having a lot of devices. I mean, some families only have one laptop for 5 or 6 people, and it's the normal thing these days, okay? So if one person is using that tool, that device, kids cannot follow the lessons, or they might have to wait for other people in order to use them themselves. When someone chooses online teaching, it's because they have the tools, okay? They have the gear, they have the resources. But if in this case the government decides to shut down, everybody goes home, not everybody can follow the lessons. And that's a reality, okay? Not everybody can. That's my first point. Second point is the internet connection in this country is, let me tell you, I live in the center of a town and I experience really bad connection sometimes where I'm supposed to have good signal because I am 5 minutes from the town center. So I have problems. I cannot imagine people living in rural areas. I mean, I don't want to imagine that. It has to be really hard. So bad connection, again, if we have bad connection, we lose the motivation. Let's be realistic. What happens if we're waiting for a page to load? We look at something else meantime. Motivation gone. Now, this one is the one that I didn't know if I wanted to talk about, but I'm gonna say it. Some teachers do not care, and that's the truth. I mean, some teachers say, you know what, I'll send you a few videos, you watch them yourself, I don't care about the rest. And that's a reality. I'm saying not everybody is like this, okay? Not all teachers are like this, but I have heard the stories of teachers not contacting their Living Cert students for weeks, okay? And that has happened. happened last year, that is disgraceful, and that should not be tolerated. As simple as that. We all know that 6th year is the hardest or the most important year in our lives, because it's a deciding factor in what we're going to do in our future. And the fact that some teachers didn't contact students for weeks, it's disgraceful. We've all had our problems, okay? We all have our problems in our houses, but that shouldn't be tolerated, okay? Now, let's go to the social side. We've all been 16, 17, we've all been in that situation where friends are so important and peers are really important in our lives. Children need interaction. They need to see their friends. They need to get out. They need that. I mean, and it's been really hard. Like I've talked to my students when I was teaching before the summer, and I said, you're teaching me a lesson, and this lesson is that you're showing this calm. Like they were so calm, they were so positive and optimistic. Well, where at the same time I would say, I'm really nervous, I don't know what's gonna happen, I really want to do my best. And we're like, well, we will be working at home and all that, but we have to remain positive. And I thought, how are they so positive? I mean, they really taught me a lesson there that I didn't expect and I didn't ask for, but I am so grateful. But yeah, interaction, very important. Motivation. I mean, what happens when we've been working at home? Like when they told us, yeah, stay home, work at home, we lose motivation. It's really hard to set the alarm, get up, sit down on the desk and work. I mean, if it's hard for us, we are responsible, mature people. Imagine for a 15-year-old. If the parents are working, they won't be able to control their kids. And I don't want to say that everybody or students, all the students are the same, because they're not. But let's be realistic, a 14, 15-year-old whose parents are working outside the house, it might be difficult for them to find the motivation, or there's nobody there who can tell them to work and all that. So it's procrastination is there, and it's a fact. I mean, now this one is a little bit more delicate, and I don't want to talk about it in detail because it's a bit triggering. It's abuse. There is abuse in the houses, and students find schools a safe place, a place where they can leave their problems behind for a few hours. And even though it's something that we don't see often, it happens and it's there, and it's their reality. The students find schools a comforting place, and it can be hard for them to be at home when there are problems in the house. So yeah, they can find a way to escape from problems. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think it would work. I mean, it can work in some situations. There are families where their financial situations are so good, they have good connection, they have a lot of devices, they have nannies, or they have the social support for like their kids, if their kids have to be at home. But I cannot imagine, because I don't have children. Working is a peaceful situation, but I cannot imagine families of 5 or 6 with kids in the house, because they don't have the resources, they don't have the help, they don't have the everything. I mean, it is really difficult. So online teaching, it works, because I'm doing it and it works. But if not, it cannot work. And I think we've seen that many times. Last year, and unfortunately we're going to see that again this year. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you think. I would like you to share this video because maybe it can help somebody. Thank you for being there. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, thumbs up, and I will see you soon.